During the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, there were massive demonstrations against the Vietnam War, which was reaching its peak. When a curfew was finally instated, this led to even further protests, eventually leading to a police riot. Following this, 7 of the demonstrators, which were Abby Hoffman, Jerry Rubin, David Dillinger, Tom Hayden, Rennie Davis, John Froines, and Lee Weiner, were tried for conspiracy. This movie is the story of the trial that followed. This movie is a totally exasperating court drama. It's inert and portentous, stuffed with stars which mislocates the point of the trial it dramatizes. This movie is fantastically ponderous, bloated with finger-waggingly self-important liberal patriotism. It's talky and clumsy, alternating between self-importance and clowning. Scenes and lines land with a solemn clunk, and it doesn't confront, it doesn't stimulate, it just postures for 2 hours. While the movie draws some of the dialogue from court transcripts, the director also exercises the historical dramatist's prerogative to embellish, streamline, and invent. It's a Hollywoodized recounting, like a courtroom sketch rendered by a carnival caricature artist. The director cannot resist manufacturing little arcs and dramatic payoffs, even when they contradict what we know about these men. Many of the liberties he takes serve no useful purpose. The movie simply grazes the surface as if it's too afraid to ruffle any feathers. Instead, the movie plays into that very sort of contrivance. As to be expected, the dialogue here is zippy and full of itself. But the movie goes past that, putting the same voices in everyone's mouths for a vast majority of the runtime. There's little nuance here, little difference between opposing viewpoints in diction and delivery. It is not enthralling or even that engaging. It is actually exhausting. It wants to have the momentum of a ping-pong match, but ends up like one person playing paddleball. This movie also lacks Bobby Seale's character. Originally, there were 8 people who were accused of conspiring to cause the riots. The Black Panther leader, Bobby Seale, then was dropped from the case before verdicts were reached, leaving only 7. Bobby Seale was notoriously bound and gagged in the courtroom to keep him silent. Somehow, this film manages to keep Seale in a peripheral role, concentrating far more on how upset the verbose white liberals are at his treatment. This does not resonate well with the Black Lives Matter issue. This can only provoke the issue of whether the whole film should not really have been centrally about Bobby Seale. In the end, this movie is frustratingly dull, dramatically inert, and a faintly misjudged recreation of the Chicago 7 trial in the US.